Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 28 of our Formula 1 23 driver career mode, and we are back at Big Bad Monaco. This time we're in a lot better of a car, though. The last time I was here was like my team career mode season 1, so the car was still a baby at that point in time, but now we are driving in the RB19, obviously with Red Bull, and we're gonna try and go for our first win here. I've been on a little bit of a hot streak in my Monaco drive, so we're gonna try and repeat that here once again and get our first win in our career. We still have not done that yet. If you guys have not seen the last video, be sure to go watch that. We were in Miami, where, spoiler alert, we didn't win either. It actually was not a great race for us. We finished in P7, and it hasn't been a great season overall, I would say. We had a podium finish in the first race, and after that we've just been hovering in, middle of the points, not the very back, not the very front. So hopefully we could change that here with a good outing in Monaco. I haven't driven Monaco in a while, so we might be a little bit shaky to start, but hopefully we can gain some confidence as we drive more laps here in qualifying. I actually did the practice session as well. Usually I just sim through that, but I did do the practice session just to get used to the track once again, because here obviously you need a lot of focus. You screw up in qualifying, you're either gonna screw up your time a lot, or you're gonna end up in the wall, which is even worse. But at the end of Q1 we put up the fastest lap here, and I was really surprised because I haven't driven it in a while. I just went to check if the difficulty was still at 105, and in fact it is. But at the end of Q1 we come in P2. We're 7/100ths of a second behind Lando Norris in the McLaren, and then we get held up by some front wing damage. I think I clipped the wall on my first out lap, but that lap was still good enough for P2, so we're going to try here, get number 1. We got Sergio Perez, who's currently leading the Drivers' Championship in the Mercedes, and then we got Leclerc and George Russell behind. And Max Verstappen not having the greatest qualifying either. Right now he's hovering down around P10, so he's going to be fighting just to get into Q3. But through the first sector here, we don't improve too much until we get down near the hairpin section. Actually, I lied. Our delta has still not gone up. But this lap time, it will improve. The qualifying is complete. Lando Norris still leading the session. I'm always the last one out. I don't know why when I go out, it's way behind everyone. But I'm not going to complain. Following someone at this track really does not do anything but damage your lap time. So we head down to the first chicane, and now we are up in the delta, fall back down quickly, and then into the pool section. This is my favorite part of the track. You get super close to the wall here, and we don't improve our lap time until the end of sector 3, really, as we head through the final 2 corners. We're up a 10th, still in P2, so this lap time doesn't really matter that much, but for bragging rights, I'd like to get a good lap time. We cross the line with a 1/10 of an improvement on the previous lap, and we're still in P2. You definitely want to start on pole here, obviously, because as Will Buxton would say, when you start at the front, you don't have to pass anyone to win the race. Everyone starts behind you. But into Q3 we put up our first lap, and I believe we are in P1, so we put up a 110.3, and that is 2/10 better than Sergio Perez just behind us. However, he does have a chance to improve on that. He probably will, so obviously we're gonna have to go out for the last flying lap here in Monaco. So let's get right into that. Also, to you guys, we're at 311 subscribers. If you are not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, drop a like on the video as well, and obviously let me know in the comments what you guys think of the videos. If you guys want to see anything different, if you don't like something, if you do like something, if you just want to show your general support, all the comments help me quite a bit. But here we go for our final flyer in Monaco in Q3. This is probably the most exciting part of the Grand Prix, because as you guys know, the race is usually pretty dull as there's no overtaking really, but through the hairpin, already 3/10 up. And I think at this point everyone is putting their laps, so it looks like we're going to get a pole position here. We just gotta keep all 4 tires on here. We can go for a little bit of an improvement as we head down to the first chicane once again, 5/10 up, and we are zooming through here. At this point, my confidence on this track is pretty high, but we head into the pool section here with a purple sector 2, green sector 1, and we head to the pool section chicane, and we clip the wall. We clip the wall once again. It's the second time in this qualifying that we clip it. We lose our front wing, or a piece of it at least. It's definitely not at 100%, but there's only about 2 turns after that, so doesn't really affect our lap time too much. We cross the line with a 4/10 of a second improvement, and we are going to be starting on pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. Now the next step is to secure the win here, get our first win in our career mode. This will actually as well put us back in the race for the Drivers' Championship. We are slacking there a little bit, but let's get into the race. Let's see what we can do here in Monaco.
Make sure to warm up the tires and brakes. Warm the tires and brakes throughout the lap, please.
All right, we are back for Monaco. Starting on pole, it's our first pole position in our career. And on top of that, we could be looking at our first win in Monaco. So could be a very historic race in this career mode. We got our nemesis, Sergio Perez, right behind us. He's going to be looking to try and overtake us early on in this race. But our qualifying was amazing. We destroyed everyone. I really only had to do 1 lap per session. I think my first lap in each of the 3 qualifying sessions was good enough to lead, except I believe it was Q2, where Lando outdid us by a few hundredths of a second. He's down in P4, and then Verstappen, big news, does not even get into Q3, so he's starting back in P11. I doubt he'll be able to move his way up given how tight this circuit is. But we're obviously looking for our first win here, trying to get back in the race for the Drivers' Championship. This is going to help a lot for Verstappen. If he can stay in P11, we should be able to really close in on him. I'm not sure how many points he's in front of us at this point in time. But we're not too far back of the lead for the Drivers' Championship. Even if we win this race, we won't be in the lead. But it will help us nonetheless. But let's get on the grid here. Let's see if we can get our first win in this driver career mode. All right, here we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Can we get our first win here? We're about to find out. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway. We got off the line very well. Carlos Sainz gets a good start as well. And he might overtake Perez going into turn 1. They are side by side. We're trying to keep an eye on them, and at the same time trying to run away with it here, try and get an early lead, and then just hold off for the remainder of this race. We could be dealing with some potential safety cars or red flags even in F123. So hopefully none of that ruins our race, but the best we can do is just put our head down, get the laps in. We already got a purple sector 1 here. Actually, it's lap 1. What am I talking about? Obviously, it's going to be purple. We're in P1. Uh-oh. So, we are on lap 8. There is a yellow flag. Daniel Ricciardo is near the chicane of the pool section. Now, I would think that's a safety car. There is no runoff there, so I don't know what the heck they're waiting for, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a safety car. He hasn't been moved out of the way. Maybe a pending red flag. He might be stuck or something, but no, actually, that is not the pool section. What am I talking about? He should be in the clear. That is the chicane just after the tunnel here. But we are leading Sergio Perez by 1.6 seconds. The second I started talking, that kind of dropped down a little bit. It was around 2.5, but we have very good pace today. As long as we can keep this car out of the wall, we should be looking at our first win here. And obviously, if our strategy doesn't get screwed by a safety car, red flag, or just a bad strategy in the pits, we should be good for this first win. All right, so we're pitting this lap here. We're leading Perez by 2.3 seconds, and Mark has just informed us that we are leading Verstappen by 16 seconds. He's just dove into the pits. I was going to get a teammate status on him, but his position now is kind of irrelevant. We got to wait until everyone pits. But once again, like I just said, just leading this race, we are very, very dominant this weekend. We dominated in qualifying, and we are kind of dominating the second I start talking, especially at Monaco. We need so much focus. We start to lose a little bit of time as, actually, no, Perez didn't even cut in there. What the heck is he doing back there? But once again, we are showing Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, and the rest of the Red Bull executives that we are a driver that can win a race. We have what it takes. We're going to dive into the pit here, get a pair of fresh mediums on. That is going to be with us for the next 14 laps. Oh, no, not again. We got stuck a little bit in the pit lane. Not too much, though. Perez and Carlos Sainz dive in as well. And it looks like we may be coming out behind the Aston Martin. Maybe even, that one, I think that's a Haas, actually. So let's see. Hopefully they don't beat us into the next corner. Oh my god. Oh my god, we just drifted around turn 1. And we are able to beat out Hulkenberg, thank goodness, because we don't want to get stuck behind him. And we are now on the medium tires. They feel very, very fresh. Lots of grip. And now we just got to catch up to the drivers in front. Hopefully they go and box within the next lap or so we don't get caught behind them. We're definitely a lot quicker than these mid-pack cars. Oh, we got a yellow. Oh, no. Oh, no, we got a yellow. There's a hot stuck down at the chicane once again. Did he get into an incident? No safety car at the moment. Oh, no, he got moving. He's moving now. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a safety car, but the green flag hasn't come up. I think he's got damage because the yellow flag is following him as Alonso and Ocon dive into the pits. We got Russell in front of us. He still has not pit yet, it looks like. So we just got to catch up to him. Oh, Tsunoda. Sorry, not Hulkenberg. Or what am I talking about? I don't even know. Yuki Tsunoda is currently leading the race in a Haas, so he is not pit either. We are in P2. Perez is behind us. So Perez has pitted. Yes, he did pit. I'm a little bit all over the place right now, trying to multitask. Now, we might have to go for an overtake on Tsunoda here. Get a little bit of action with a midfield car. Not much we can do here, though, as he is being very wide. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is not good. Oh, we just topped Yuki's rear diffuser. And I'm not used to following someone in Monaco. It's been a while. We haven't raced Monaco since the My Team career mode in Season 1 as Yuki dives into the pit. So now we are back into clean, fresh air. Perez 2.1 seconds behind us. And we got fresh tires on, so we should be looking at a race win here. Sergio Perez takes the fastest lap from us. We're going to try and take that back. We're going to charge up the battery and then go for a push on the next lap before the tires really start to fall off. We're going to take care of them a little bit through this lap and then go for a push on the next one. Well, we're headed on to the final lap. It has been a race of pure domination. We haven't really had to check our gears. We've been keeping Perez within a 2-second gap, or above a 2-second gap, I should say. And then these last few laps or so, I think his tires just kind of fell off, and we are now 4 seconds. But once again, as I start talking, he starts to close in a little bit, but we should be fine for this win. We are going to get an update on Verstappen as well. He's not in this front leading pack, so it seems like I said at the start, that he might get stuck in traffic. I think he's right behind the AlphaTauri. But can I get a teammate status, please? Nope. Alright, hold on. I got to do this manually. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, okay. Let's see. Where is Max Verstappen? Oh, 9. So he is going to score 2 points. Best he could do, starting in P11. But it has been a little bit of a boring race, honestly. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because we are going to cross the line in Monaco for our first win. We're going to win the Monaco Grand Prix as our maiden victory for Red Bull, for myself. Great drive, great weekend overall. On top of that as well, we are going to nab the fastest lap by over a second. Our fastest lap was a 1:10.9 just after we put on the medium tires. And then the next fastest lap after that, I believe, was Sergio Perez with a 1:12.2. So just like I said, over a second quicker. We were just completely dominant in that race, and I'm hoping that we can carry this through the back half of the season, because if you guys have been keeping up with all the videos. And if you look at the standings right here, maybe before this race, we were tied with George Russell in points, and it wasn't looking too good for us. But now we have a slight sliver of hope. We're only a win back of Sergio Perez and less than a win back of Lando Norris, and we actually passed Max Verstappen. After this race, he finishes in P9, so he only got 2 points versus 26 for me. So big jump up in the standings, and we reinsert ourselves in this race for the Drivers' Championship. And it also helps us in the Constructors' Championship. We are now 8 points behind Mercedes, so myself and Verstappen are ahead of Russell by quite some margin, and then Sergio Perez is ahead of both of us by quite some margin. So if we can keep these performances consistent for the remainder of the season, we have a very good chance at sealing both championships maybe, but I am a little worried. I'm not sure what was going on with the AI in that one, but they just seemed super slow compared to the other tracks. Maybe it's a Monaco curse or Monaco blessing for us, but I'm hoping that once we get back to the regular racetracks, we won't be as slow as we were before Monaco, because after this we have no more street circuits. We got Austria, Great Britain, Hungary, Netherlands, Brazil, Portugal, so more than half the season left. Austria will mark the halfway point. Even looking at our results in the last 3 races, like, they're not too bad on paper, but if we want to win the Drivers' Championship and beat out Max Verstappen at the very least, we need to be doing better, and this is hopefully the first stride towards a better season. Going into Austria, though, it doesn't look like we're gonna have upgrades. Mercedes is currently leading us in the R&D race, and then McLaren is right there as well. But we do have a season break coming up. We got a marketing department upgrade, but we're just gonna sim through here, see if we got any upgrades that have been. Yes, okay, we got 2 upgrades that have been registered, assigned to the departments here. We got a gearbox failure analysis, an ultimate upgrade, so it won't help necessarily with pace on the track, but it will help us in the long run, conserving more gearboxes, which doesn't really even matter because we got 10 race seasons, and it doesn't really seem to adjust well compared to having a 24 race season per se. And then we got a minor engine power upgrade, so that will obviously help with the pace, and this, I think both of these should be here before the next Grand Prix. So the intercooler is going to be in on time, and now we got the season break, so we're going to sim through that, and then we got the gearbox failure analysis, and we have a big announcement as well. It looks like Fernando Alonso is finally calling it quits on his F1 career. I believe he is still with Aston Martin, if I'm not mistaken, or is he with the McLaren? No, he is still with Aston Martin. He's not doing too well this season, actually. He's only got 2 points up on the board, so it kind of makes sense for him to call it quits. That should spark some driver changes. I imagine one of the midfield or maybe one of the higher end teams, depending on who else retires or if anyone else gets booted from the team. There should be a few good driver transfers with that retirement. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. We got our first win finally. It's been like, God, this game came out in June and we still haven't won a race, so I'm very happy about that. If you guys are as well, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out. We got the Austrian Grand Prix up next. It is actually Red Bull's home Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, of course. Hopefully we can fare well there, continue our fight for the Drivers' Championship. We got a lot of racing left, but again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.